on rodeo grounds. Jordan Bennington, man, he brought back memories of 2019 when that fabled St. Louis Blues team came out of nowhere to win the Stanley Cup championship. Remember the Gloria? They would play that song. Gloria became their fight song that year. They were in Philadelphia, and I think they were at a bar, and that came on, and the guys had just won a big game, and they said, we got to use that as our theme song, and they started playing it at the arena in St. Louis after Blues wins. That was one of the more fun Stanley Cups, I think, in recent years, because the St. Louis Blues aren't a team traditionally that has won a lot at the Stanley Cup level, but that team with Jordan Bennington and those guys in 2019, that was definitely something to see. And he channeled that inner, because they beat the Boston Bruins that year. And so he had made big saves in TD Garden before. And this was nothing new for him. He did it on the highest stage of the National Hockey League just 6 years ago now. Man, seems like it was just yesterday, but it was 6 years ago that that Stanley Cup run for the St. Louis Blues happened. Have they even been back to the playoffs since then? I don't, to be quite honest with you. But Jordan Bennington in the extra period, I mean, they peppered him with about 6 point-blank looks, and he stopped each one of them. And then off a face-off in the United States zone, somebody, likely Austin Matthews, left the best player in the National Hockey League unguarded, Connor McDavid, for a wide-open wrist shot upper shelf for the golden goal and a win for Canada over the United States. I am out at the rodeo. J-Dub is back in studio. J-Dub, did you watch it last night?
We did, yeah. We watched the whole thing, start to finish.
Yeah. It was
really fast, very intense. Obviously, we talked a lot yesterday on the show about the 3 fights in the first 9 seconds of their first match of the this tournament, and it was just a really, really intense level of hockey all night long. Really, really fun to watch, and you could tell it meant something to all those players on the ice. So, you know, the saves in the overtime really, to me, was what decided. Bennington was just unstoppable. They had so many chances right at the front of the net and just could not get it through there in the overtime. And as you said, best player in hockey. I mean, Connor McDavid's been that for, you know, it's debatable who the best player is in this era. But as far as a player who came into the league so highly regarded and has just done nothing but prove it, that was just a nice, what was it, one hole, like top left, wasn't it? And just
right.
Perfect spot. Great goal. And I mean, I agree with you. I think I wanted to see that go on as long as possible, but I also like it when the game ends in regulation, in overtime regulation like that, rather than penalty shots, just because I like to see, you know, a quick change type of goal or something like that, like we saw. So, yeah, great action all night.
Let's relive it. Let's relive what we watched in Canada in regulation.
Harley for McKinnon, trying to weave. He scores! Through and toward the net from the top of the slot. Harley drops the puck and then drives through the middle of the ice. That backs off Brady Tkachuk and Nate McKinnon, who has got this explosive stride, and he loves to shoot it in motion. Center ice face-off, and back on at Taves. Now a wraparound by Matthews, and they score! Brady Tkachuk knocked it home! In offensive zone, you've got Matthews with the Tkachuk brothers, not Eichel. Matthews wins this puck from Makar behind the net, and he spins to the front of the net. This puck comes all the way to the front as Matthews is trying to wrap this. It goes right between Taves' feet. And Brady Tkachuk, as he always does, is around the crease, and he just jams this to the net. Back to his good buddy Werenski. Right on net. Rebound Matthews. Tried to pass. They score! Jake Sanderson! Forecheck again. It's the Tkachuks that start this. That's Werenski that shoots the long wrister. And through this scramble, nobody picks up Jake Sanderson on the back door. They are thrilled to be united again with the New York Rangers. Here's Mitch Marner. High slot down low. Bennett scores! Sam Bennett ties it for Canada. Needs Sam Bennett. He didn't start in the lineup. He's in it. Gets in a fight on Saturday night. And Mitch Marner, who has been really quiet since the overtime winner against Sweden, drags the U.S. defense to the middle. Brock Nelson can't catch Bennett, and Bennett, who's got 18 goals in the regular season, puts this short side shelf. It's 2-2.
And then we would play 26 scoreless minutes. Nothing happened in the third. We would go to overtime, and the United States had multiple chances early.
Eichel from a tough angle. And the rebound carried off Binnington up high. Sanderson around and handled by Larkin. Side of the net. Gutzel out in front. And Matthews stopped at point blank range. Bouncing puck. Matthews again. Again kicked out. The follow-up stopped by Binnington. It's 2019 all over again. Off the draw. Matthews again. Snatched by Binnington. The U.S. has had all of the great chances.
Yeah, just a lot of chances. A lot of missed opportunities there, and you just knew that was going to come back to haunt the United States.
And he won that one and got a shot off. Centering pass, McDavid scores! Connor McDavid wins it for Canada! And Jordan Binnington has done it again inside the TD Garden.
3-2 the final in overtime. Canada beats the United States to win the first ever Four Nations face-off. Now, there will not be this event next year because we've got Olympics, man. But what a prelude to the Olympic tournament next year. And
one of the funnest things about that, DK, was watching it and hearing the announcers talk about how a lot of the American players have never played in an NHL playoff game.
Yeah.
So the idea that this game last night, and you're talking about the Olympics next year, the next crop of great American-born NHL hockey players haven't really – we all know the difference between the regular season and the playoffs might be more striking in any sport than in the NHL. And the fact that these players have yet to really play in those big games, the Olympics means more. The Olympics is the best international competition, but this is a great precursor. And some of these young Americans are going to remember that feeling today, DK. So we'll see what happens next summer.
All right, let's get our first break in. And when we come back, we're going to talk some rodeo. Josette Dector from Chicks and Chaps is going to join us. We are at the Tucson Rodeo Grounds, La Fiesta de los Vaqueros, 100 years of the Tucson Rodeo, 1925 to 2025. Still going strong. And we'll be out here till 6 o'clock bringing you all the festivities. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, when it comes to getting life insurance for your family, a lot of excuses can get in the way. But ask yourself this: if something were to happen to me, who would pay the mortgage, the kids' education, and the other bills? Then forget the excuses and check out Ethos Life, the online, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a $500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at Available to play in more than 40-plus states, including California and Texas. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use the code ROAM and get $50 in bonus promo funds instantly when you play $5. That's code ROAM on PrizePicks to get $50 in bonus promo funds instantly when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 bonus credit for just playing guaranteed. PrizePicks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Lowe's knows how to help you get the most out of your store run. That's why members save more with My Lowe's Rewards. Earn points towards My Lowe's money on eligible purchases. Get access to member-only deals and free member gifts. Plus, unlock free standard shipping when you reach Silver Key status. So what are you waiting for? Join for free today. Lowe's. We help. You save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
I had the worst dream.
You
last
can hear
night.
me
We were
okay,
in a car
Josette?
crash,
Yes, sir.
and the kids
Okay.
and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
Oh, that's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's
They really
all
put you in the
online.
loudest
no
spot.
medical exam. He
They
just
really
answered
put
a
you in
few
the
health
loudest
questions
spot.
right from his house.
Ethos, and here we go.
There's the
Exactly.
generator over
Ethos.com.
there, everything else.
That's getethos.com. Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy non-smoker.
It's all ambiance.
It's cold outside and you need safe, reliable heat for you and your family. For a limited time, Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing is offering a free furnace with the purchase of a qualifying HVAC split system. For fast, reliable service, call Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing at 520-492-0748 or picturockscooling.com.
From the Auto Nation, Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together. Speedway in Alvernon and Speedway Boulevard. Traffic signals malfunctioning, some slowing at the intersection. Collisions that are reported Old Father near Ina, north of Ina, on Old Father at Massingale. Sabino Canyon, south of Snyder Road. For your weather, lows near 43, 75 and sunny tomorrow, 79 on Sunday and 76 now. And that's your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together.
This report is sponsored by Arizona Lottery. When you play the Arizona Lottery, there's always a chance you'll win big, but there's also a guarantee that you'll be giving back to the community. There's joy in it all. Love the play with scratchers, draw games, and more from the Arizona Lottery.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
And you are looking live here at the Tucson Rodeo Grounds. This is our little position here. We are kind of, if you're wondering where we are, we're kind of a little bit close to the American flag, which is hanging off of that crane you can see over there. We're in the kind of the northeast section of the Tucson Rodeo Grounds here, tucked away in a nice little loud corner, as our guest Josette Decter said a few moments ago here. She joins us. She's with Chicks and Chaps. And Josette, we appreciate you taking a few minutes to stop by and get us going on our rodeo coverage here today. You're first up, so a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
a lot of pressure.
yeah, thank
So
you.
Josette, are you from here, from Southern Arizona?
Yes, I'm born and raised Tucson, Arizona. I've been coming out volunteering with Chicks and Chaps since I was 15, and now I'm 23. So it's been 8 years I've been coming out.
Okay, so had you ever been to the rodeo before that?
Yeah, so my grandma has brought me ever since I was small, and I've been coming out to the rodeo for all 23 years of my life.
Oh, wow.
So I'm a seasoned vet.
So when you were growing up, what was fun? I mean, we're watching all these little kids running around here. They've got their cowboy boots on. They've got their cowboy hats on. What was fun about coming out here as a kid?
Yeah, so my favorite was to see the animals, just to see all the animals. I loved the barrel racers and to see all the strong women riding around the arena and being out on the field, and then just being able to get like cotton candy or like a little pony or something out. The vendors always have such cool stuff. The grounds is always so warm and full of life, and the people out here are always so kind.
You a horse person? You ride horses yourself?
I used to when I was very small.
Okay.
I rode horses up until I was about 7 years old. And I haven't been on one since, but I still have a love for them.
Okay, so what's your favorite? Do you have a favorite event?
Yeah, so I would say my favorite is the barrels.
Barrels, okay.
I do also like team roping.
Okay.
I think that's so cool to have to jump down and do all that kind of crazy stuff.
Awesome. Chatting with Josette Dector. She's from Chicks and Chaps. They are a huge part of the Tucson Rodeo every year. We had a chance to talk to Christina Garza last year when we were out here. But just remind folks what Chicks and Chaps is all about.
Yeah, so Chicks and Chaps is a 501c3. We're completely nonprofit. We're completely volunteer ran. And all of our money we raise goes to local breast cancer patients. So what we raise goes towards Arizona Cancer Foundation. We raise money for non-medical treatment. So wigs, head coverings, transportation, lodging, therapies, all those kinds of things that aren't going to be covered by different insurances and other costs. So we're just out here to help the community. We have an event on the first Sunday of every rodeo, and we're raising money to donate to them. Last year we raised over $125,000 in our past we've been out here for 12 years now. So in our past 12 years, we've raised about that much money. And we don't know exactly what we raised at our event, but hopefully it's a lot.
So what made you want to get involved? What did breast cancer touch your life?
Yeah, so breast cancer affects 1 in 8 people.
Yeah.
But my grandmother specifically on my mom's side, she had breast and ovarian cancer, and I never had the privilege of meeting her. She passed away when my mom was 26, and it's my way of honoring her legacy and honoring her memory by helping other folks in the same scenarios as she was when my mom was young.
So you guys are out here every day. What do you guys do out here during the day to kind of maybe get your message out and to be a part of the events that are happening out here?
Yeah, so we have a booth out here under the grandstands. It's near the entrance to Section A, and we have a bunch of different merchandise there, some infographics about what we do and where we donate our money, and all that kind of stuff. And that's out here every day. Our big main event is the first Sunday of every rodeo, but every other day after that, we're out here at our booth. And this year we have some cool stuff going online as well. So we have our online silent auction that's live right now, and it's going to go till the end of rodeo, as well as our online merch booth partnered with Bling by Design. So we have all kinds of stuff going on online as well for folks who weren't able to get tickets for the rodeo this year.
So you mentioned obviously that the Chicks and Chaps event was the first Sunday. You don't know how much money you guys have raised from this year's event, but what was fun about it this year?
Oh gosh, we had the biggest amount of people come out in any year
past,
and
nice.
we had so many folks come out and enjoy the event. It was so cool to see all these people rallying around these women, and we have a fashion show that we do that we have cancer survivors and fighters and their families doing. They walk in our fashion show, and that's beyond my favorite part of every time we have our Chicks and Chaps event. It's just so cool to hear their stories and to see them wear all this Western wear, and to be honored, really.
If there are, is this a women's only group, or men can be involved as well?
Yeah. All kinds of people from all walks of life are affected by cancer, and it's the same with our group. We have all kinds of folks come in and join in on our festivities. It is pink, so you have to be manly enough to wear pink if you want to come.
Right.
But it is for all ages, all genders, anything like that. We just really want to raise money for the folks in our community.
So you mentioned that you got in at 15 years old.
Yes.
Were there other young teenagers at the time when you got involved?
No, not exactly. There are a few that were around at my time as well. I came out and I found community with the ladies out here volunteering, and I just wanted to help. I just wanted to come out. I just wanted to do my part, whether that means I'm selling raffle tickets at our booth, whether that means I'm running all over trying to get water bottles and things like that for folks. And for the first few years, I didn't volunteer at the event. I was just working the booth. And as I slowly started showing up year after year, they were like, okay, I guess I guess she can come in and help out. And so I started
show up enough, they'll put you to work.
Right? Yeah, exactly. And so that was kind of my motto, was okay, I'm going to just go and I'm going to do what they need, and whatever it is, it's fine. I don't care what it is. I just want to be out there, and I want to do something that's making me happy, but that's also going to benefit other people in my community. And so that was my driving force. And then all of a sudden they were like, hey, do you want to come and be on the board? Do you want to come do registration? And I was like, okay, yeah. And I've been doing it ever since, and it's been so awesome, so fun. And it's a really cool part of the whole spectrum, because with registration, I'm customer facing.
Okay.
I'm helping all of the people who registered for our event check in. I'm emailing back and forth with them. I'm really getting to know the community on an even bigger level. And I get to meet so many different kinds of people, whether they be survivors or they know someone who's survived cancer of some kind, and they're out here and they want to come to our event, they want to have fun. And it's also really cool because I've been coming to the rodeo since I was a child, and some of these people have never been. They've never been to the rodeo. This is their first rodeo. And
last year was my first time.
Awesome! Yeah, so we have a behind the chutes event. We talk to notable cowboys and cowgirls of the rodeo. We get to really dive deep into what rodeo is while raising money for these breast cancer patients in the area, or really any cancer
So
patient.
if people want to get involved in Chicks and Chaps, how do they go about doing that?
Yeah, so we have a website. It is TucsonChicksandChaps.org. We also have an Instagram and a Facebook, also at Tucson Chicks and Chaps. And we are always looking for sponsors. We're always looking for other volunteers. We're always looking for silent auction donations. And we just ended our event, but we're already ramping up for next year, hoping to get more numbers and more folks out and more awareness and more exposure for our organization, and also just the impact rodeo has on people in the Western lifestyle.
Awesome. Well, hey, Josette, we appreciate you taking a few minutes to join us. Again, it's TucsonChicksandChaps.org for all the information if you want to get involved with this fabulous organization that is around our Tucson Rodeo annually, and with funds going to help the fight against breast cancer. Josette, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Josette Decter. We are at the Tucson Rodeo, 100 years of the Tucson Rodeo. We'll get another break here and come back and have a whole lot more. It's DK on the Sports Tip, and you're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Great. Thanks, William. Good meeting.
What about me?
Babbel isn't robots talking. You learn words and phrases from real native speakers. I was ready for real-life conversations in just a few weeks. So easy.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. We are live out here at the Tucson Rodeo Grounds. It is La Fiesta de los Vaqueros, the Tucson Rodeo. Wrapping things up, the final 3 days out here. Today and Saturday and Sunday. Most of the action takes place between 2 and 4:30 each day. We have got a lot of wind out here right now. I mean, this wind, we're kind of over near the, if you're wondering like exactly where we are, we're kind of near the, there's a bunch of flags. I mentioned the United States flag on the crane. We're kind of near there, and we're also kind of a few doors down from the little setup where they've got all kinds of different flags waving, and those flags are going right now.
DK, I'm no expert on flags, but I would imagine that the flag placement is based in general on where there's wind, because flags and wind are good combinations.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. We got. I'm looking at these flags right now. We got an Oregon flag up there. We got the Lakers. We got U of A. We got breast cancer. We got Chivas, the soccer team. We got their flag up there. We got all kinds. We got some of the. We'll do. Let's see. We got some of the guys from the rodeo. They're gonna hop in here. So we'll have them hop in. We'll have one hop in. We'll get another mic set up for the other one here. We'll have you sit here, sir. And I'm going to have you throw that on there. So you got to unfortunately take your cowboy hat off. That's a nice one right there. We're out at the Tucson Rodeo. I'm going to be talking to a few of the competitors that are here this weekend. And what's your name, young man?
My name is Alan Bohr.
Alan, last name, I'm sorry?
Bohr.
Alan Bohr. And Alan, where are you from?
Axtell, Utah.
Is that close to the Arizona border, or where's that by?
No, I'm pretty much right in the middle of the state.
Okay, right in the middle of the state. And what event are you having out here this weekend?
In the saddle bronc riding.
Saddle bronc riding? How long have you been in rodeo?
My rookie year was 2013, so I'm one of the older guys. It's 12 years now.
All right. What keeps you loving this event and coming back every year?
Just the excitement and the adrenaline rush when you get on. I love bronc riding, so I'm going to keep doing it as long as I can, and we'll see how long that is.
What got you into rodeo?
I grew up on a farm, and we had horses, but had some buddies talk me into this, which I was crazy at the time, and I was just dumb enough to stick through it.
And you're still crazy, right?
Yeah, that hasn't went away.
Now explain saddle bronc to people maybe that don't know much about what that is.
So we get on a bucking horse with a saddle. Our saddle does not have a saddle horn, but you stirrups for both feet to go in, and we just hold on to a bronc rein that's connected to the horse's halter, and that's all we have to hold on to is the one rein, and the other hand we have up in the air, and we try to ride these bucking horses for 8 seconds.
Outstanding. We've got another young man here. Priscilla, I'm going to have you turn the camera a little bit so we can get this other young man in the shot over here. There, not that much, because you'll take me out of the shot. Come back a little bit this way and down. Right there, and down. There we go. Down. There we go, right there. We're broadcasting this, streaming this video, so we want to make sure we get everybody on camera. Young man, what's your name?
My name's Jasper Frost.
Jasper Frost.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Jasper, where are you from?
I'm from Browns Valley, California.
Brown Valley, California. And how many years you been coming out to the Tucson Rodeo?
This is my first year.
First year?
Yeah, first timer.
And are you a saddle bronc as well?
Yes, sir.
Now, do you guys work together, or are you competitors?
So we compete against each other, but, we're always cheering each other on.
Okay.
Yeah, we're mainly just competing with the horse we got drawn for that day.
Outstanding. So you, how many years you been in it?
I'm going on 5 years in the bronc riding.
5 years?
So I started in freshman year.
Okay. So this is your first year here, though. When did you decide to come out and make this an event for yourself?
Well, all because my brother, he's a bear rec rider. He's going through all these rodeos and trying to make the NFR, so I just hopped in with him and trying to hit all the rodeos I can hit with him.
Now, you're the younger brother here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you grew up watching him do this?
I did.
All right.
Yep.
How old were you when you kind of first started to think that this might be something you'd want to do?
I would say freshman year would be 15.
So freshman year of high school?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
High school.
Okay, outstanding.
Yep.
Jasper Frost joining us, Alan Bohr. Also, they're both saddle bronkers out here this weekend. So how have you guys done? Who's leading this whole thing in terms of the saddle bronkers so far?
I guess that's me.
Yeah,
okay, you're in first place?
Alan's winning
yeah,
right
Alan, we're well for today.
You guys are done after? So this was your final day?
No, we'll come back. I'll come back Sunday.
Sunday, okay.
Yep. But
okay.
I was leading today. I think I'm sitting third for the whole rodeo.
For the whole rodeo? Outstanding. How are you feeling about your first performance here, Jasper?
I thought it was pretty good. I was 76. A couple holes out of making the short round, but I'm just glad to be in Tucson.
All right, so how long does it take, Jasper, to kind of get the feel for it?
I would say 250 horses probably.
250 horses?
Yeah, quite a few. That's how long it took me.
So you guys count how many horses are you at now?
I kind of lost count. Yeah, it's pretty hard to keep.
Hang on, guys. I want to get a traffic report in here. Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
From the Auto Nation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together. Midtown, crash, Alvernon and Grant Road and Alvernon, also roadwork at the intersection. At Alvernon and Speedway, traffic signals malfunctioning. Other collisions reported Old Father north of Ina and Sabino Canyon south of Snyder. Lows near 43, 75 and sunny tomorrow, 79 on Sunday and 76 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together.
This report is sponsored by Arizona Lottery. When you play the Arizona Lottery, there's always a chance you'll win big, but there's also a guarantee that you'll be giving back to the community. There's joy in it all. Love the play with scratchers, draw games, and more from the Arizona Lottery.
All right, we're back out here at the Tucson Rodeo Grounds. It is La Fiesta de los Vaqueros, the Tucson Rodeo, chatting with Jasper Frost and Alan Bohr, who do a little saddle bronking here. And Alan, what is your advice to young guys like Jasper who are coming in, getting started a few years into this whole thing?
I think the biggest deal is you just get everything you got every time, and when you keep your head up, because eventually they will pay you. And yeah,
have they paid you yet, Jasper? Have you won any of these things along the way?
Yeah, I've won some money out in Denver, Colorado a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Outstanding. Very. How'd you feel about your performance to get that done?
I felt it was pretty good, honestly. Could have changed a couple things, which I'm working on right now, so it's a work in progress.
Now, how many people, Alan, do you have on your team? Like in terms of that travel with you, that help you out at each of these events?
So they'll let us group up to like groups of 4.
Okay.
And this particular day, I'm just by myself.
Okay.
I just came from home. But during the summer, we'll jump in all together and get into groups of 3 or 4 to help each other through the travel and the expenses and share the driving type of thing.
Okay, and Jasper, we'll talk to your brother here after our next break. But do you guys, who's on your team? Do your parents travel with you guys? Or?
They do to the local rodeos, a couple hours away, but right now it's just me and my brother.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Seeing anything you like out here in Tucson this week?
The weather.
Yeah.
It was pretty cold. We came from San Antonio last night. 12-hour drive, and it was pretty chilly out there.
So 12-hour drive, and then you performed today?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
We got here at 8 in the morning.
You got to. So who did most of the driving?
He did most of the driving. He did about 7.5, 8 hours, and I did about 3.5, 4 hours.
All right, so he doesn't let you drive too much.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Hey, appreciate you guys stopping by. Best of luck, Alan, as you continue here this weekend. And Jasper, will keep an eye on you and see if you're at the top of that leaderboard a lot here in the near future.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
All right, we're going to get another break in here. We're out at the Tucson Rodeo, La Fiesta de los Vaqueros. We'll talk to Jasper's brother coming up next. DK on the Sports Tip. You'll listen to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Hey, man. It's me, your furnace, man.
Thanks, guys.
Can I get
Appreciate
a light
it.
here,
Thank
man?
you
I know
so
we
much.
live in Arizona, so I understand I'm not, like it's cool.
How about in here, big brother?
I still need a tune-up at least once a year, man. So get the best in town, man. Goodfellas AC.
How you doing, David?
Hey,
Jason?
can you smell
Nice.
that, man? I swear it
Jason?
wasn't me. Okay, it was me.
Okay,
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
Jason.
You're listening to the Jim Rome Show.
CEO quote, okay, B-Day done.
1290.
All right, we're coming to you live from the Tucson Rodeo Grounds, La Fiesta de los Vaqueros, the Tucson Rodeo. It is getting down to the nitty-gritty. We got Friday today, wrapping things up here in a little bit. Then Saturday and Sunday competitions. We just talked with Jasper Frost, a young saddle bronker who's been out here, and now we're going to talk to his big brother, Jasek, who is in a little bit different competition here out at the rodeo. Jasek, appreciate you taking some time to join us. First of all, what's the age difference between you and Jasper?
2 years and 4 months.
2 years and 4 months.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your event that you do.
So my event, they have a saddle and stuff. Mine's more like a suitcase handle, like rigging. So it's just a little body that just goes on the horse's back, and we have a glove with some wedges in it and stuff, and we pry it in pretty much, and then hope it don't come out.
There you go.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
So you're trying. They're trying to stay on the bronc. You're trying to stay on the horse. Is that kind of how it works?
Yeah,
or?
they're like they'll switch horses back and forth,
Okay.
like bareback horses and saddle bronc horses and stuff. But
Okay.
yeah, they're all kind of do the same kind of buck in the same way.
So what did you guys come from a rodeo family or?
Yeah, my dad bulldogged and stuff.
Okay.
We steer wrestled for 13 years, and
Wow.
then my mom just runs some barrels at some amateur rodeos and stuff like that.
Outstanding. Is there
Yeah.
more? Is there more siblings that are involved, or just the two
Nope,
of you?
just me and Jasper.
Just you and Jasper. So could you tell when you started getting into it that it was something that he might do too? That he kind of watched you loved watching you do it and would get into it eventually?
I mean, yeah, like we always grew up riding horses and kind of always been around it. Like since we were little, like we were on horses since we were 3. Like we started riding horses, and we started doing the mutton busting and the calf riding, and then it just kind of evolved.
Jasek Frost is joining us now. You guys are from California. What part of California are you from again?
We're in Browns Valley.
Okay, now where's that at?
It's 45 minutes from Sacramento.
Okay.
Kind of like toward up north.
So
more
Northern
like
California toward the Oregon border?
Yep.
Okay.
Kind of closer to Red Bluff and in that big triangle kind of right there.
Is it kind of a community that spawns rodeo folks? There are a lot of guys you grew up watching that you kind of looked at and said, I want to kind of model after him, or?
Yeah, like when I was in junior high, R.C. Landingham I went to his house and he set up a rigging for me and stuff and helped me get started and kind of told me, and everybody helps. Like if you're a kid that's trying to do it and trying hard, they're like all them guys want you to get there too. Like they knew where they started from and stuff, so they kind of help do their helping hand on what they can tell you and stuff like it. This whole community is great.
That's awesome. Jasek Frost joining us now. I'm reading, I think, a little bit on you. You do a little bull riding too?
Yeah, I used to ride bulls in high school and stuff. And
Okay.
Like we wrestled when we were younger before that and played baseball. Like we've done everything.
Well, it's interesting because the guy that runs this rodeo now, Sam Merriman. I don't know if you met Sam, but he grew up here in Tucson. He grew up in the rodeo, but then made the decision to play football and got away from the rodeo as he went out and played college football and actually had played for 5 years in the National Football League before coming back home to run the Tucson Rodeo. At what point did you decide, well, I'm playing baseball, I'm doing some of these other sports, but I want to focus on rodeo?
It was probably toward the end of my senior year. I was kind of like, I want to go to the NFR. That's my goals. So I kind of put all my eggs in that basket.
All right, so how's it going for you so far? What stage, I guess, would you say you are at right now?
I mean, that's kind of a hard. I mean, I think I draw the right ones.
Yeah.
I ride good. I try to ride good at least. Didn't go very good for me today, but.
Now, what happened today?
I was 73 today.
Okay.
It kind of just got on a hard horse. Just kind of started getting down the pen. It's hard with the judge events because they judge the horses 1 to 50 and they judge you 1 to 50.
I see.
So each judge pretty much scores you 25. There's 4 judges, so they score you 25, 25, 25.
And you're on a horse. Had you ever ridden that horse, or are you on a horse, a very totally unfamiliar horse?
Absolute stranger to him.
Yeah. So, like, when you get on, when you get on the horse, what are you immediately trying to identify to make it a good ride?
You can only do so much.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, some horses will give you a chance, and other horses kind of don't give you a chance. Like, there's, for how they score it either way, but like my horse was probably a 17, 18 today, where it needed to be a 21 or 22 point horse for me to for it to both work, if that makes sense in a way.
Now, you done here for the weekend, or you got more riding to do?
Yeah, no, we're gonna, as soon as we're done with this, me and my brother are gonna book it to San Antonio, Texas. I'm in the wild card round tomorrow.
So you guys rode in San Antonio yesterday.
Yep, I rode.
You got in the car and come here today, and now you're going back to San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the norm? Is that kind of how it works in this thing?
We are professional drivers. in my opinion, we are professional drivers, and we rodeo for fun. Like we do it.
Now, how much? So what do you have? You have a trailer or something, or what do you got? Just get in your car, or what do you have that you're traveling with?
I have a dually pickup with a Capri camper on the back.
Okay.
And then a generator and stuff, but
nice.
Yeah,
so San Antonio, that'll be it for this weekend. And
yep, San Antonio, and then I'm up in Houston, Texas, the 7th through the 9th.
Okay.
And then we'll go to Mercedes, Texas, and Austin, and over to North Dakota for Watford City, and then down to Redmond, Oregon, and just bounce around everywhere.
Now, Jasper said this was his first time here. Have you been here before?
Yep, this is my second time here.
Second time here?
Yep.
What do you like about this event?
It's great for being in the cold winter rodeos, to actually be in an outdoor pen that's sunny and actually be outdoors. It's good inside the buildings and stuff, but nothing beats an outdoor rodeo.
Right. And it's interesting because I didn't even really kind of think about it, that there's no differentiating indoors versus outdoors. It's all the same. There's no indoor rodeo versus outdoor rodeo. It's just rodeo, and some are indoors and some are outdoors.
No, and horses buck way different here than they'll buck in an indoor pen, and it's same difference with the calves and their team roping horse, anybody's calf roping horse, barrel horse, they all perform different in every different outcome and stuff.
Okay, you got any titles so far in your career? How many titles you got?
I won the state in high school.
Okay.
6 times.
Wow.
Won the all-around, won the bear rack riding twice, won bull riding twice, won the calf roping. Yeah.
Okay, any NFR
nope, not
top
yet.
placements yet, or what's the best NFR placement so far?
Last year was my rookie year, and I finished 20th in the world.
Okay.
So this year's my
What's the goal this year? Top 15, top 10?
Top 10.
Top 10?
That's my plan, yes,
All right, so in the season stretches how long?
It'll go all the way till October 30th.
Okay.
And then the NFR is the December.
Outstanding. Very good. Well, Jason, appreciate you taking a few minutes to join us.
Yeah. Thank you.
Have safe travels. Be careful out on those roads.
Yeah, we
Is
will.
it pretty? What's the scenic route like from Tucson to San Antonio? I've never driven that.
It ain't very scenic.
No.
There's just roads, and you just follow them.
What's your favorite place? You guys got a place you like to stop and eat along the way, or you stop? Is it a normal place? You try to find a nice, good at-home restaurant kind of thing, a home cooking kind of food,
Yeah.
or
We carry a lot of our own food.
Okay.
I have that 17-inch Blackstone ever, so
all right.
I cook quite a bit for
there
ourselves.
You go.
Yeah,
Outstanding.
Kind of healthier.
There we go. Healthy living. That's the key to long life.
Mm-hmm.
Outstanding. All right, Jason Frost, Jasper Frost. Keep an eye on them as they make their way up in this rodeo world. Jason, appreciate you taking the time to join us.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, Jason Frost out here this weekend, riding horseback along with his brother, a Bronx rider. It is DK on the Sports Tip. 520-848-1290 is the number if you want to get in on the program. Lots more still ahead for you. We're going to talk to the ring announcer coming up. Will Rasmussen will join us in the 4 o'clock hour, as well as they promised us the clown last year. He didn't come by, but I hear he is going to come by this year. So I think we'll get the clown, the rodeo clown. There's nothing better than a rodeo clown, too. All right. We have got much more coming up for you. This is DK on the Sports Tip on Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the Auto Nation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic
Thank
Center,
you.
it's Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together. An earlier crash, Sabino Canyon near Snyder on Sabino Canyon, south of Snyder, and also in the area of Irvington and 6th Avenue. Expect to see a lot of extra traffic through Sunday near the Tucson Rodeo grounds. 43 are overnight low, 75 sunny tomorrow, 79 on Sunday, and a 76 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by eBay. Swapping out your tires, there's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for. From smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
Nobody covers your Cats like we do. With press conferences, coaches shows, and play-by-play.
Bounce pass, a walk, a slam it home.
We bring you all the stories, highlights, and analysis of your Arizona Wildcats. We are Wildcats Radio 1290.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Our beautiful Arizona winter weather brings cooler overnight temperatures, which means some of you are now seeing your vehicle's low-pressure warning light. Colder overnight temperatures can lower your tire's pressure just enough to trigger a warning light. But don't worry, many times the solution is simply adding the correct amount of air to your tires. Then get back to enjoying the fantastic winter weather. If adding the air doesn't do the trick, stop by any of our 14-area Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care locations for a free tire inspection and air pressure check. And if you need help with the low-pressure warning light, we fix those too. Mention this radio offer for free installation with the purchase of any new tire pressure sensor. We'll install it in your wheel and rebalance your tires absolutely free. You'll find even more specials to get your car road trip ready at jackfurriers.com. So call ahead, make an appointment online, or just drop by. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Since 1960, we're here to get you there.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text TIP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text TIP to 321-321. That's TIP to 321-321.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
It's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
We are your home for all things Arizona basketball. 3 hours of pregame. They're not going to finish the season 19-1, guys. 2 hours of postgame.
I guarantee you, Coach told the guys don't come over and help on him.
And all